great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
And welcome to another episode of Great Morning. I'm your host, Christian Murmur, Merms, Mermdog, whatever the fuck you want to call me. And to the bottom of my computer screen, we have the Fact Queen, my sister from the East, that Puerto Rican mamacita from Spanish Harlem, Stephanie 2.0. How you doing today?
Gang. I'm doing great. Landon had a cold and an asthma thingy-majiggy. And happy St. Patty's Day.
Yep.
And I'm having some great coffee and I'm chilling today and it's fucking great. I can't,
I have a question. From
What?
Before we started, I heard, I think you were in a conversation. Was that your mother or your grandmother?
My mama.
Yeah. You don't like tipping at restaurants? What is this? What is this nonsense I'm hearing?
This is a very worldwide open debate.
Yeah. So
Very American debate.
I'm not very big on tipping, especially if you're not a good waiter or waitress. Like all of that depends on how well you accommodated me,
All right, but what is being a good waiter and waitress?
Well,
Explain that. What's your definition of being good?
All right, so I'm gonna tell you right now. So what a good waiter or waitress is, my mom is grilling me right now. She's giving me the death glare. Mommy, can you get out of here? Why are you looking at me like that?
I might be on your mom's side here.
I'm not stingy. Get out of here.
I'm gonna let you explain yourself first, and then I'll see if I'm on your mom's side here.
Explain myself first. Either boy, we could talk about it. So let me tell you what happened. So stop looking at me, Mom. I'm about to close.
No. What is a good waiter waitress to you?
Okay, so good waiter waitress to me is they come to your table and they check your table, and if you finished, you have empty plates there to the side. I shouldn't be waiting like 5-10 minutes for you to come and pick up my plate, especially if I have the plate on the corner of the table and I have my utensils like this and an X, because that is restaurant etiquette. Okay, like my baby daddy taught me, because he used to run, do the restaurant thing in Michigan. He told me that when you're done, you leave the plate in the corner of the table and you put your utensils in a thingy of an X, so that they know that you are now finished. Now, if I have to sit there and wait, and then you come and bring me my food and I still have my empty plate of appetizers, that's like -2 points.
What's your time buffer on that?
Huh?
10 minutes.
What's your time buffer? You said 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Because some servers, right? They don't want to be like too invasive. They want to let you eat, give you your space, kind of check in every now and then, be like, hey, you need something? Hey, you need something?
In fact, I'd prefer that than them coming over constantly.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Like, you have time to come and check, hey, is everything okay here? Is everything okay here? Like, I'm cool with that. But if you come over here and you ask, is everything okay? And you see that the plate is right there and you don't pick it up and take it, and then you still bring me my food, I have a problem with that.
Wait. So you've been in a situation where they've come over, asked you, how's everything going, and then saw the empty plate and then didn't take the empty plate and just left?
Yes, it happened.
Come on. Come on. There's no way that happened.
That could have happened. I mean, over there in the East Coast, it might have happened.
No, East Coast, I feel like they're even better than the West Coast.
Well,
West Coast is pretty stuck up.
I don't know. I just feel like, because listen, I went to Carmine's the other day, right? After Landon's little episode, because Landon wanted to eat some spaghetti. So I was like, all right, let's get you some spaghettis. So we go to Carmine's and the lady was super sweet. She was real cute and whatever, real nice. My problem with her was that, it took her forever to come and ask, are you okay? Are you this? Do you need anything else? Do you need, and I get annoyed. I get annoyed with that, because your job is to make sure that I'm okay. And on top of that, it wasn't even busy. I can legit count how many people were in that restaurant. So there is no reason for you to
There could be problems in the back, though.
Nah, that's not your problem, though. Your problem is the front
Like
of
the
the
oven's
house,
on
not back
fire.
house.
She might have to deal with that depending on, or he, sorry, whoever the waiter waitress is, because sometimes they're head waiters or head waitresses, and they got to go in the back and talk to people, talk to the cooks about another table, about how the food was fucked up. They got to deal with that shit. There's a
But
lot of things that go into a restaurant.
absolutely, and I get it. Baby daddy, he used to be a cook for a restaurant, so I totally get it. He taught me, and he even said it himself. He was like, "Nah, she took long." So if my baby daddy agrees with me, then I'm correct because he's the one that taught me restaurant etiquette. So it's
Okay,
like,
so
all right,
let's say that the meal is $10. You have a bad server, right? Service trash. How much are you tipping?
nothing.
What?
I ain't
Nothing.
tipping shit.
Nothing.
Nothing.
0%.
No, what the fuck am I gonna give you shit for? Because you was a shitty server.
But like servers, they make more money off tips than they do getting paid.
Yeah,
Like they
that-
might
they
get
don't
paid
make
like
minimum
$12. They might make
Yeah,
like
I know.
$12 an hour, but like their tips are like what's really.
I know my baby mama, she makes a lot of money off of her tips, but you know why? Because she is a stupendous freaking waitress. Like she goes to infinity and beyond.
But I'm sure there's been
for
times
her
where she's
customers.
been mediocre and
Had a bad
they
day.
still give her a 20% tip.
Nah, baby mama's the shit. Like baby mama's the shit. Like she can tell. First of all, she can always vet out who's gonna be a shitty tipper and who's gonna be a great tipper. Okay, and also, nah, for real, she can totally vet this shit out. And so she told me that like she's made like $800-900 in tips before. And again, it's because she's a bomb ass freaking waitress. Like she makes sure that everybody's happy. Like she comes and she makes sure, and if she got to do a little extra for you, she's gonna do it. And if you come and tell her this whiskey sour isn't really hitting the way I would love for it to hit, she'll be
Stephanie.
like, I bet I got you.
Stephanie.
What?
Stephanie, you're coming off as cheap. I'm sorry. You're coming off as cheap here.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the tipper. I
Yeah.
always tip like 20-25%.
How they say like this is the rule is if it's certain things in society in America that you shouldn't do if you're in a certain situation. If you're not ready to tip, you shouldn't go out to eat. If you can't find a babysitter for your kid, you shouldn't go see the movie. Things like that. That's how it works in
I
society.
give my kid a melatonin so we can watch the movie.
Or do that, or drug children. That's fine.
Let me do devil's advocate. Okay. Let me do devil's advocate on this one. Right. Other than like drugging children. So at the same time, if the server's trash, do they deserve a tip?
Well, here's the thing. We are on different. What's the word I'm looking for? We're on different sides here with what trash waiter is, because them forgetting to grab a plate off my table, I'm not going to decrease the tip because of that. Stephanie would. So, what is your definition of a trash waiter? Are they coming over? Are they being mean to me? Are they spilling drinks all over me? Are they giving me the wrong food over and over again? Is it taking 4 hours? Like then I might not tip. But them not taking plates away, that's not enough for me to.
Okay, so I've had some pretty rough experiences with some waiters in my life, man.
Hold on. Let me do this real quick, and then we'll get back to this.
No, but we're not going to do it.
Let me introduce you
because
real
we're
quick.
rolling into this, man. We're
Let me
gonna
introduce you
roll.
real quick.
We're
and then you
rolling
just go right into
man.
it.
Let's just roll in.
All right, I'm not
Okay, you know what?
introducing you then.
Okay.
I'm not because I know this is going to take a while.
How about we
I'm
do
not
this?
introducing you 20 minutes into the podcast.
Give me. All right, fine. Introduce. Right. Do the introduction.
Okay. To the
Okay,
left
but just-
of my computer screen, we have the boss, the pimp, the CEO, the chief, slightly special himself, Jimmy the Shooter. How you doing today, man? And by that, I mean, tell me what a shit waiter is.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you what a shit waiter is, man. Glad we got that over. But look, so I've sat down in a fucking restaurant, right? And it was a great, beautiful restaurant. It's one of those places where you go, you sit down, and you're like, oh yeah, man, look at the vibe. They had like Santeria in the background, little burger joint by the beach.
Mhm.
Phenomenal. Like somewhere that you would go to like decompress and just have a good time. Might even go there today. But the server was such a bitch, man. Like she was so snobby. Like you couldn't just order your food. Like she was like, what would you like? Dessert, dinner? Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else?
Was she older?
Okay.
Like, what was her
Yeah.
age? What was she? What was
Young.
her age?
Young.
Oh, young. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
She disappears, right?
Mhm.
Food doesn't come out for like 35 minutes. She forgets it in the back. Then she brings it out, right? After she brings it out, she goes over behind the bar and I see her start taking shots. So now she's drinking on the job. Yeah, turning up. And then it's like right around 5:30, 6 o'clock. So things are picking up. Next thing I know, man, she's like flirting and talking and doing all this other shit with everybody else. And then she went from being my server to the bartender. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this place? Is it just like ran like this? Right? Anyway, she ends up getting really drunk. She comes back way too happy. Right? Hi, how was your meal? How was your like completely 180? And then she's like, would you like some gum? Would you like some gum? Like, no. Fuck no. I would like a couple of those shots, but fuck your gum. You know what I mean? Like, it was one of the worst experiences. I was like, yo, where's our, because we were getting no service the whole time. So the food was late. When she did bring out the food, she never came. She never got the plate. She never did any of that shit. I'm just watching her party at a surf bar. You know what I mean? And then she comes out at the end and she comes and like picks the shit up and she's like, thanks guys, smacking on this fucking gum. Like, you guys want some gum? Oh yeah, it's so chill. Gum. But guess what I did? 10% tip. And to me, 10% tip is bad.
Yeah, 10% is bad.
But it's still a tip, you know?
It's still a tip. You know, I would have probably, I think I'm even a little nicer than you when it comes, I would have given 15. You know what? No, you know what? Depending on I might have gotten annoyed too. I might have done 10. Like,
dude,
that does sound really
man.
annoying.
I was like, I'm not paying for this bitch's Netflix.
That would have been like seeing her just taking shots while like she could come over. I mean, if you're taking a shot while I'm eating, I don't give a shit because I'm eating. You don't need to come over yet.
You could have, what she could have did, man, which would have been classy, was like made it seem cool. Like, hey guys, because who knows? Maybe she's allowed to drink on the bar. Or on the job. But maybe she could have came over and been like, hey guys, how about I sneak you guys a free shot? We all take one together. Woo! I've had servers like that.
Yeah.
25%.
That's like my baby mama. You see what I'm saying? My baby mama, she's a really great waitress. Like she, you know, like if she
hold on. We've talked about how great she is. We were talking about how you don't tip because someone doesn't take the plates away or something.
Well, yeah.
Stephanie, that's how they make a living. Some people, some of these young girls, some of these young guys.
I know, pero you know,
I've literally had people like take away some of the tip money that I've left. Like, no, you're fucking tripping.
Yeah. You got to tip. That's how they. If you don't want to tip, you can't go out and eat. That's the rule.
Nah, you know who I tip real well.
If you say your baby mama, I'm gonna be really fucking pissed.
So I was gonna say pro tip, right? Here's what you do when you go to a bar, or whenever I go to the bar, no matter what. Okay, no matter what it is. If I'm going to the bar the very first time, the bartender always gets a 20 off top.
Yeah.
Yep.
I could order one shot, I could order whatever, but whenever I get there, especially if it's a busy bar, I slide the bartender a 20 off top no matter what. And I'm like, hey man, appreciate you. And then I go to the same spot when I order the same bar because now he's looking. And then
now they know.
I'm hitting them 20% tips the whole night.
First impression.
And then they start getting heavy hands and everything's great. And then at the end of the night, you throw him another dub. I mean, he might make like 50, 60 bucks off you. And then every time you go back. But that's already
never fuck around with the people that fuck around with your drinks or your food. It's bad juju, Stephanie. You're playing a dangerous game.
Listen. No, not me. Because
do you still wait? Let me ask you this. This is another question. Do you think of any restaurant that you've tipped shittily at or not tipped at all? Right?
Shittily.
Shittily. you tip shittily, right? You give like a penny or whatever. You don't tip at all. Whatever you're doing, right? Do you then go back to that restaurant?
Yes, I don't give a shit.
They are doing something to your food. They are doing something to your food.
Even worse, let me ask you this, right? Let me ask you this. Have you ever gone to a restaurant when it's closing, like 5 minutes before closing, and you're brave enough to order the food?
I've never done that. Yeah, I can't
never done that.
I feel bad.
So I ended up doing that.
I've never done that.
I ended up doing it.
I will say this, though. Listen, okay, look, like the last time I went to Carmine's, not the day before yesterday, but it was like maybe like 2 weeks ago or whatever. I think they messed up with the order and baby daddy was like, oh no, this is not what I ordered or whatever the hell. She was like, because you know like there's like kitchen restaurant lingo, right? So she was just like blah 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 blah. And I kid you not, like the food was expedited quick.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna use that.
What were you saying, Jimmy?
So yeah, man, I've ordered food at the end of the night, like at the end of the shit closing down. And it was crazy, man, because I did not trust it. It was like I got a couple of burritos, and you know, burritos are sneaky. Yeah. And you're showing up 5 minutes before like the burritos are closing, then you're just like, holy shit, like what the fuck are they doing to this burrito? But you're taking that chance, man. You're taking that risk.
It just depends on you. If you're not a good waitress, I'm not tipping you shit.
Stephanie, I'm gonna have to put my foot down here and say that's not good. You shouldn't be going out then. I'm saying, like, you shouldn't be going out to eat. They make money off of you.
They
gotta feed their kids like you.
I always take into account for like how much am I
Yes.
going to add onto the tab, you know, especially if I know like I'm going to like an A-list restaurant or
Yeah.
am I just going to like a little beach bar or like what, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's always taken into account, Mike, because then I'm like, all right, cool. Let me just go ahead and put this out the way. And then
You
there's
know,
no
this is
surprise.
funny. This always, whenever I get into the discussion about tipping, because I have another friend who I will say right now, and I will bleep out their name. They tip really, really shittily as well. If like something or just something minor doesn't happen, like they get so angry. Like they're the type of people, they go to a restaurant and they like think they're king and queen when they're at the fucking restaurant. Like they need to be treated like fucking royalty.
Sounds
and
like
it's
they need
really
to go to
annoying.
like some classy restaurants, like some really classy places.
It's not even like that. Like we've gone to like a fucking like ramen place and stuff like that before. But what I was saying before is the line from Reservoir Dogs. This discussion always reminds me of that. It reminds me of when Steve Buscemi's character, who's Mr. Pink, I believe. Yeah, he's Mr. Pink. They're talking to him about why don't you tip? Why aren't you tipping? And he's like, you know, I don't tip unless it's like really, really good service. And one of the guys looks at him and then says, like, what's really, really good service? The waitress takes you in the back and sucks your dick. Like that's that's one of the best lines.
That'd be awesome.
Of that,
but also
of that.
not awesome at the same time. You know, it'd be kind of sketchy. Like how
What
many
the fuck you? What are you talking about?
You said like great service, where like you like what do you?
Oh, I was just talking about a movie line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you're relating it, right? But I'm saying like that'd be awesome, but that wouldn't be awesome because then if that was reality, that line, like how many fucking tables do you get a day, lady?
Yeah, no, none of that makes sense with what I just said. I know you tried to make it make sense.
No, it does make sense. What do you want her to do? You want her to come out here and then what's great service? She comes over here and then she sucks your dick. So what I'm saying is what are you gonna do? You're gonna sit down and be like, look at your server and be like, how many tables does she get a day?
No, I'm just saying that this conversation always reminds me of that because it's a funny scene in the beginning of that movie. Shout out to that movie if you've never seen it. That's Quentin Tarantino's first film. But yeah, we got a quick little podcast for you guys today. We want to get something out for Wednesday, but we got some guests coming up, new and old, scheduled for the podcast. We got some specials coming up. Jimmy, can we? We'll wait until the plugs to start
slightly
talking about
special.
That. We'll wait until the plugs. We'll talk about a few of those specials coming up. But I wanted to play a little bit of a game. I know on past episodes when it's just been the three of us, we played games here and there. I think we lost Stephanie.
Stephanie's out.
Stephanie,
she was hanging on.
All right.
Man.
I think a hurricane just hit her house.
Hey, she was hanging on. I could see it. Like her screen was freezing and stuff. I'm like, Stephanie's hanging on for her life. That bandwidth, one person gets on their cell phone and gets on TikTok. That bandwidth is closing up, my friend.
Yeah, it's yeah. So we'll hopefully she can get back.
Revive.
Stephanie.
Yes, I'm sorry. I had technical difficulties.
Okay, that's fine. We're just happy you're back. All right, but hey, I just wanted to play. I want to play a quick game real quick with you guys.
Let's play.
If you guys wanted to play.
Let's play.
In the past we played trivia, and Stephanie and Jimmy have both won that, right? Actually, I think Jimmy, I think Jimmy is the reigning champion on trivia, but we're not playing trivia this time. I wanted to break a little away from that because we played trivia before. I want to keep playing trivia. Let's play a different game. Let's play a game I kind of invented, but probably not. I'm sure other people have played it before, but I thought it was interesting with President's Day passing and just people talking about the president. Like, I don't want to, shit on Joe Biden. Or, praise Joe Biden. That's not what we do here. People constantly talk about what is the president saying. And it hasn't just been that way with Joe Biden. It's been that way with Donald Trump. And then, of course, Barack Obama, George Bush. In recent presidencies, we've seen it a lot. So I think it's cool to go back and see, the wonderful quotes from presidents. So I was going to read some quotes. I was going to have you guess which president said that quote. And since there's so many presidents, I will give you an out of 4 to guess from,
Ooh, I like this game.
Yeah. So I thought that would be fun. Stephanie, what do you think? Cool.
I love it. Let's get it.
So, Jimmy.
Yep.
Let's start with this one. Let's start with an easier one.
Okay.
And Jimmy, you'll go first, and then maybe Stephanie. Stephanie, can you hear us?
Can I go for Stephanie?
She can't even hear us. Yeah. Okay.
I'm here. I got it all ramped up, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah, go first.
All right, Jimmy's going first. All right, and then again, same rules as trivia though. Like
Yep.
if Jimmy doesn't get it right, then Stephanie, you have a chance to steal, and then it's also Stephanie's turn, so she has a chance to win 2 points, or vice versa, correct? All right, Jimmy, you're going first. First
Right.
quote is, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself."
George Washington.
Okay, you didn't allow me to choose the 4.
Oh shit.
I was gonna say 4
God
presidents
damn it.
that you could choose from. All right, no, George Washington did not say that. Stephanie, do you know who said that?
Can you repeat the question?
It's not a
Abraham
question, it's a
Lincoln.
quote.
Or I mean,
It's
the
a quote.
quote. I'm sorry.
Can I
the
rebuttal
only
Abraham
thing-
Lincoln?
Hold on. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Now, that could either be, I'll give you 4 presidents it could be. That could be either John Adams, Teddy Roosevelt, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, or Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
That is incorrect, guys. Come on. That is Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He
Well, that's
said
not
that.
fair because Franklin Delano Roosevelt was in office for the longest time of all presidents.
Yeah, he said that though to Congress when he was asking for a declaration of war against the Empire of Japan. He said that. All right, let's go to a different one here.
Franklin D. Roosevelt was a gangster.
So 0 points from both of you. I got J, I got S, I got 0 points. Stephanie, this is your first one. You're going up. Now, again, you can also wait for me to give you 4 presidents to choose from. You do not have to just start guessing. Which president said this? "It would be judicious to act with magnanimity towards a prostate foe."
State foe. That's like a very political.
Sorry,
way to say it.
prostrate foe.
Oh, I was like, that's a very, very political way to call someone an ass.
So was that, Stephanie, I'll give you 4. Was that James Polk, Zachary Taylor, Abraham Lincoln, or Herbert Hoover?
What was the first one?
The first president I
James
listed?
Polk.
James Polk, Zachary Taylor, Herbert Hoover, or Abraham Lincoln?
Mr. Taylor.
That is correct. That was Zachary Taylor.
You know
That sounds like some shit James Polk would say, because that was like in the 1800s. Very pokerish word of the day.
Yes, very pokerish.
All right, Jimmy, it's your turn. And then again, if you don't get it, Stephanie has a chance to steal.
All right.
Which president said this? "Honest conviction is my courage. The Constitution is my guide." Was that Ulysses S. Grant, Andrew Johnson, Abraham Lincoln, or James Buchanan?
Abraham Lincoln.
That is incorrect.
What?
Stephanie,
Come on, man. Honest Abe. Say the quote again, Merms.
You want me to say the quote again? I'll say it again for Stephanie, but you got it wrong.
This is coming from Honest Abe.
No. Honest conviction is my courage. The Constitution is my guide.
Well,
So
I'll tell you
Stephanie,
what.
was that Ulysses S. Grant, Andrew Johnson, or James Buchanan?
Mr. Johnson.
That is correct. Stephanie, 2 points.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit. All of this is bullshit. This
Stephanie's,
game-
you know, I'll give you the Stephanie in the past with the trivia games. She's a good guesser. She's a good test taker. I would
She's
say.
killing it. But I'll tell you what, Abraham Lincoln might not have like said it, but it sounded like he wrote it.
Yeah, that's why I'm giving 4, because it's, you know, I don't want you guys just choosing out of all 46 presidents. That'd be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie, this one's for you as well. And then if you get it wrong, it'll go to Jimmy.
Okay.
All right. Which president said this? Wait. Hold on. Wait, I'm not doing this right. I want to see your hands. I want to see
Wait.
both of your hands.
Wait, I'm tagging.
Look at
I
Steph.
can't-
Look at Steph over there cheating.
I want to see
No.
both of
Cheating.
your hands.
I'm
Look at
not
her cheat.
cheating. I'm tagging right now.
She been cheating this whole
You
time.
got 5
I done tried
seconds to
telling you, man.
tag.
Tried telling
Hold
you she
on,
been
I'm
cheating.
trying. You gotta give me a second.
All right, bring it back to me by default.
Nah, fuck that. I'm ready.
All right, let me see your hands. Let me see your hands, though.
She forfeits. She forfeits her turn.
Wait for me.
Jesus.
Forfeits the turn. Bring it back to me.
All right. Go, Landon.
Uh-oh.
See that? See that? That's the universe, man. Looks like it's my turn after all. Fighting over there, man. Fighting for service.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Stephanie, you're cutting out. I'm going to have to... All right, here. We'll go with you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Which
Bring it
president said this? Quote,
back. Mhm.
"One cool judgment is worth 1,000 hasty counsels. The thing to be supplied is light, not heat." Now,
Hmm.
was that Woodrow Wilson, Warren G. Harding, Calvin Coolidge, or Herbert Hoover?
You know, the thing about that, it sounds like some real Freemasonic shit, you know?
Hmm.
So we got to think about which one of these presidents is a Mason. Spread light, not heat, huh? What were my options?
Your options were Woodrow Wilson, Warren G. Harding, Calvin Coolidge, or Herbert Hoover.
Calvin Coolidge was early 1920s. So I'm thinking Calvin Coolidge.
Calvin Coolidge is incorrect. I'm sorry.
God damn it, this is bullshit, bro. I hate this girl. Rips up studio.
All right. Well, since
2 more rounds. Steph's out.
wait,
Steph's
it
gone.
says she's
I win by
connecting.
default.
It says she's connecting.
Okay, I'm
Steph,
sorry.
Steph.
All right, Stephanie, hold on. Before we continue, what's going on?
Yes. I don't fucking know. This shit is acting like mad gay.
So you're fighting with bandwidth issues.
Yeah, you
a
gotta
little
stay off
bit.
your
So
phone.
you have like low frequency, high frequency, ultra high frequency, right? And your laptop right now. Sorry, there was a car in the background. Your laptop right now is trying to work off of like a frequency, but the bands are only bouncing up and down so much before they reach your device. But your phone and your laptop are fighting for these bands, and you're only supplied so much bandwidth. See?
I think she froze again.
She's frozen.
Like, oh god, you're explaining this to no one.
To know
All
it
right.
all. Look
All
at
right.
that. It's hilarious.
All right, we'll just. By the way, that answer was Woodrow Wilson.
I knew it.
So how we're gonna do this now, since it looks like Stephanie's out of the game, is we'll
think
do
I'm
a couple more. We'll do a couple more, but it'll just be you, and it's like a test. You just got to see if you can get them right.
All right, man.
All right.
Mhm.
All right.
I love history, but I'm a little off with my presidential quotes.
It's fine. Are you ready? You ready for this one?
Send it.
We choose to go to the moon, not because it is easy, but because it is hard. All right.
Don't even give me the 4, bro.
Who was it? I wish you let me give you
John
the
F.
four.
Kennedy. John F. Kennedy, 100%.
Yes, that was John F. Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy. Fuck, the moon. 60s. Okay. John F. Kennedy, for sure.
Yes.
Yep. Look at that, man. Because Nixon.
Oh, look at
was
that,
70.
Stephanie. You're back.
Yeah.
What's up,
Fuck
Steph?
this
I got 1
Wi-Fi.
point on the board.
Stay off your phone.
Well, stay on your phone. Just turn off your Wi-Fi. See? Got it
Yeah,
again.
It's happening.
All right. Ask me another one. This is fun.
All
This
right.
is good.
Here we go. Life takes its own turns, makes its own demands, writes its own story, and along the way, we start to realize we are not the author. All right, so I will give you the 4. Barack Obama, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, or Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan's probably one of my favorite presidents of all time. Even though he kind of started the war on drugs, not cool. George W. Bush, that was a 101 to 09. I was alive for his time. But kind of an asshole, but not too bad. Barack Obama sounds like he would say some shit like that.
So you're locking in with Barack Obama?
But he was from 9 to 17. So I mean he had 2 terms. Book. What was the quote?
The quote was, life takes its own turns, makes its own demands, writes its own story, and along the way, we start to realize we are not the author.
All right, here's my final answer. Because you see, life takes its own turns, makes its own quotes, but we realize something is not the answer. Barack Obama.
Barack Obama is incorrect.
Son of a bitch.
The correct answer was George W. Bush.
Really?
Yeah.
Bush?
Bush said that, yeah.
Okay.
We
Steph,
must
I'm up
speak-
17-3. Let's
Yeah.
go, man.
What?
We must speak our minds openly, debate our disagreements honestly, but always pursue solidarity. When America is united, America is totally unstoppable. Was that Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, or Donald Trump?
Donald Trump.
It's Jimmy's question, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So calm down. Okay. Definitely Barack Obama.
Is that who you're locking in with?
Yeah.
That is incorrect.
Harry S. Truman.
Stephanie, would you like to answer?
Yeah. My good man, Donald Trump.
That was Donald Trump. Yeah.
Yes,
You gotta be fucking shitting me over
You
here.
know my fucking network issues, but you know I got this.
Man, you got to be shitting me over here. You think Donald Trump said some shit?
All right, two more, and then we're gonna move on to Jimmy's game. Jimmy, this is for you. And Stephanie, I'm sorry, I just say that just in case you cut out again. So they're technically all for Jimmy. They're technically all for Jimmy.
Defaulting over here. So,
but at the same time,
on steal opportunities.
At the same time, Jimmy's only gotten one. Stephanie's gotten three. So that's why I'm giving you this chance, Jimmy. You can get two more and then tie it. All right. Who said
I thought I had 17.
No,
right,
you didn't.
1 or 17. I lost count.
Somewhere between there.
All right.
Let's go.
Which president said this? Associate yourself with men of good quality if you esteem your own reputation. For 'tis better to be alone than in bad company.
Ooh.
Was that
William
James
McClellan.
Madison, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, or John Adams?
George Washington.
George Washington is correct.
You know why? Because that was an entrepreneur right there. Come on.
Hell yes.
Helped found an already established complete country because there was actually technically 8 presidents before George Washington. We're not going to get into that.
That's not.
We're not going to get into it, but there was 8 presidents before G-Dub.
They were not presidents of the United States. That's not what they were.
What's up, Steph? I'm coming up too. Shring.
All right.
Super competitive.
All right, you know what? Here, this one is also for you, and then we'll see if Stephanie can steal it or not, right? Which president said this? Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. All right, did Millard Fillmore say that? Franklin Pierce, James Buchanan, or Abraham Lincoln?
Only president I even know was Abraham Lincoln. Okay.
Okay.
Pierce. Who is Pierce?
Who's Pierce?
You said Franklin Pierce?
He was the 14th president.
So we're talking 1800s.
Yes.
Are all of these presidents within the 1800s?
Yes.
Okay.
I tried to, I didn't want to be like, oh, Abraham Lincoln, Donald Trump, because then you can kind of tell by the writing.
So we're talking like mid 1850s, 1820s to 60s, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
18, more like 1850s. We'll round it.
Fuck, man. I'm going to say Franklin Pierce.
Franklin Pierce is incorrect.
Son of a bitch. Abraham Lincoln.
My turn.
God damn it.
All right, Stephanie, who said the quote?
Nah, you got to repeat it to me because you know.
Oh, you want me to? Okay, yeah. Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. And I'll read the 4 again. Well, I'll read the 3 because Jimmy already. Millard Fillmore, James Buchanan, or Abraham Lincoln? Don't take too long here. You'll lose service.
Abraham Lincoln?
Abraham Lincoln is correct.
Anyway, this is bullshit. I want all these presidents. I want history to be wiped. All of history needs to be wiped. Fuck this. Fuck all these quotes.
All right. We're done. If you guys wanted to play again some other time, we can. But that's enough for now.
I want everybody to go into the past and get rid of every president that ever was. We're starting over 001. Okay. The first president of the United States is going to be called Washington George. Out of spite.
Yeah, sure. All right, Jimmy.
We'll go Buren Martin. Then we'll go like fucking Tyler John and Lincoln Abraham. We're just gonna name them all last name.
Tyler John, Lincoln Abraham.
Yeah. Take that, suckers. Good job, Steph. Congratulations.
Thanks. Woo!
Man, your guess game is on point.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite subject in school? Like, what's everybody's strengths? Like, for example, mine was science class. I'll tell you why it was science class. It was weird. So there I was, right? I'm like failing everything. I'm failing math. I'm getting a B in history, which is cool. I'm failing. I got a C in English, maybe a D plus in English, but science. I did some shit that impressed my science teacher. Granted, I got a D in science too. But it was my strongest suit. So there I am in the 6th grade. You know, I'm hanging out, I'm having a good time. And my teacher's talking about like salt in the ocean and water and sand. And then she's talking about like conduction, convection, and then however else heat is transferred to some weird shit, right? But then she goes into saying like, you could actually separate the salt from the sand and make it your own salt. And I'm like, what? Like, I thought that shit was busting. I'm like, oh shit, you're telling me I can go to the beach and get salt, like my own salt? And she's like, yeah, you could do it with science. So then she talks about like evaporation and how like salt is lighter than sand and stuff, right? Anyway, I stayed back for lunch one day and I go in, I get like a beacon. I'm not gonna lie, I roasted like 3 of these fucking beacons trying to do this fucking experiment.
A beak? Don't you mean a beaker?
What'd you say?
You you said beacon.
No,
like
you
a
said
beacon of hope, or like the Batman symbol's beacon.
no. You said beacon. I said beaker.
Okay.
I
go
roast
on.
like 3 fucking beakers, bro. Like I put it on the hot plate, and the hot plate was already on, and that motherfucker like just like burnt at the bottom. Like, I'm like, that's weird. But for some reason, I put another one on, and like that shit roasted up, right, and burnt. And then I'm like, okay, let me just add the water first. So I take sand, I add water to the beaker, I boil it, and then I stir it, right? Actually, no, what I did is I stirred it, and then I got all the salt in the water, and then I poured the water into another beaker, and then I evaporated the water from that beaker, and then I was left with salt, and I did it on my lunch. And then the teacher was like, everybody, look what Charles did. He got fucking salt from sand.
Genius.
Still got a D.
What?
Yeah, what the fuck else were you doing in that class then?
A lot of other shit that I was missing the mark on.
You know, let me ask you something about science. By the way, my best subject was obviously English. You know, I wasn't too bad in physics though when I had physics as a senior.
Like quantum physics?
I think it was just general physics. Like, I don't think it was quantum physics.
What about
That
you?
that sounds like something off the Big Bang Theory.
What about you, man? Go ahead, man. Continue on.
All right, so no, I had a question for you about working out and stuff like that, because you're into body positive, working out, being healthy, all that. So I've recently switched my diet, kind of, not drastically, I would say, but kind of. Now I hate saying I'm not doing the keto diet, but it is kind of the keto diet where like pretty much like there's not a lot of carbs. That's what I'm saying.
Caveman keto.
But I'm not doing like, you know how like in the keto they have you like you have to eat like even more fat than protein, like healthy fats.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not really doing that. I'm kind of keeping the fat and protein ratio the same, but like really like carbs are near like the minimum, like not a lot at all. The first thing I've noticed, because I've been doing this for about a week since I got back from, you know, the spring break trip I went on, one of the first things I'm noticing is I'm getting tired a lot more in the day. And I don't know if that is, I'm hoping it's because of the diet. Otherwise, I might have something else going on. But I was wondering if you had ever heard of something like that. And if you have, do you know why?
It takes a lot more energy for your body to process fats, right?
Okay.
So carbs give you energy.
Yeah.
A carb is something that's like a bagel, pasta, your rice.
Yep.
Not white
all
rice,
that delicious
brown
stuff,
rice.
bread.
All that delicious bread. Carbs are what feed your body energy. Like you kind of need carbs for energy, right? Fats, especially saturated fats, right? They're pretty healthy for you. I mean, you can get fats from anything, like nuts, fish, you know what I mean? Like good stuff. But if your fats are like
olive oil, butter,
but if your fats are coming from like steak, or your fats are coming from like pork, those fats are hard to digest, man. It's hard on your system. It's hard on your body. So if you're doing a keto diet to where you're eating a lot of red meat and then getting your fats from your red meat and you're not getting like healthy, clean, saturated fats, then you're going to be really tired and sluggish because your body is centralizing all the energy to break that food down. You know what I mean? And then that's also kind of bad if you're not giving yourself the carbs that you need. And then, I don't know, are you taking aminos? BCAs?
No.
Okay, so you might want to think about taking some aminos and some BCAs.
What is that?
Way, BCAs and aminos?
Yeah.
So amino acids are like things that help deliver nutrients and recover your muscles, right? It's really good for like muscle recovery, muscle hydration, and it helps carry nutrients like your proteins and shit to the actual cell structure itself. Super good for you. And all you got to do, man, is just drink. You can even get like amino energy. And it's like a cup of coffee. It's like 200 milligrams of caffeine. And then you'll be up, you'll be going, your body will be digesting all those hard fats. And you can continue to eat a shit ton of fucking vegetables. But be careful with your fruits because like there's a lot of natural sugar in fruits. And I know in keto, it's supposed to be like potatoes, fruits, fucking fats, red meats. And it's like a caveman diet, right?
In fact, you don't really eat a lot of fruits. You can eat vegetables, but again, I'm not really doing the keto. Like I hate saying that because I sound like a douchebag.
Right. I mean,
I'm not really eating fruits. I do eat, you know, it does have a lot of healthy fats in it are avocados.
Yeah.
I'm eating avocados.
Clean. You want to look up saturated, healthy, clean, saturated fats, man.
Yeah,
And
it looks like it's not a lot actually. It's like avocados, some nuts like almonds and stuff, and then like some olive oils.
But why are you on the diet? Like, what's the goal? What's your body goal?
Well, I wanted to lose weight and I wanted to look fucking sexy for the summer. You know, summer's coming up. I felt it, yesterday, Stephanie, wasn't it nice and warm? You heard the birds chirping and everything?
Yeah, I have a fucking eagle in the backyard.
Oh yeah, you don't like fucking birds.
No, it went. Ah! I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Do you really want to taste it? Anyway, but I mean, it was nice. It's getting nice here again. So I'm like, I had my spring break weight. Like, I was like, you saw me. I was with you. We were drinking beer, like all this stuff that, just gaining weight. And then, even I had a little bit still probably from the holidays. The holidays, I always gain a little bit of weight because, you're always going to like big Christmas or Thanksgiving shit and eating a lot. So I'm trying to lose weight and I'm trying to look fucking sexy too, before the beach body comes, or before
I'm tell you, man, I can give you the formula to lose and sustain weight. I got the whole thing, and it's not found in a diet, my friend. I got the whole principle. Ready?
Is it only for guys?
No, it's for women too.
All right, so pass that.
Okay, this is real science on the record. I'm coming out and I'm saying this shit right now. Okay?
Real science.
Real science. Can we get a sound? Real
science. Oh yeah, totally.
All right. If you're out there in the world,
all right,
and you're looking to lose weight or sustain your weight, okay? When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you need to do is drink 8 ounces of water. It's going to lubricate your stomach. It's going to get everything going. It's like oil for the machine.
I do drink water in the morning, yeah.
Yep, do that. Then don't immediately eat, but do some type of activity for 20 minutes. Even if it's getting ready for work, you're going to start your body, right? You ever notice, like, if you just wake up and eat, you feel sluggish? But if you wake up and then you're active, you feel hungry before you have to eat, and then you eat, and then you feel refreshed.
It's so like jerk off real quick.
So, yep, jerk off.
Okay.
Yep, get that shit out there. You know what I mean? Then eat a small breakfast, clean.
What's a small breakfast?
With carbs, okay? A good breakfast is like half a bagel with cream cheese, some suja juice, which is like your greens, and then a yogurt. You see how balanced?
Can I tell you what I've been doing for breakfast? And then you tell me if that's good or not.
You've been doing coffee and vape?
No, I don't. Yeah, coffee and 10 cigarettes and a line of cocaine. That's what I've been doing. Yeah. What I've been doing is 3 eggs and an avocado.
Nah. Are they cooked or boiled eggs?
I cook them, like I fry them.
Oh, so you're losing the protein. Because like an egg's got like 20 grams of protein. So you're trying to get like 60 grams of protein and then some fats.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you want like a more balanced breakfast than that, man. You want some like greens, energy-inducing things. So you want some greens, half a bagel, which is your carbs, with cream cheese, which is your fats, and then a yogurt, which is also more fats, but your dairy. That's going to get you going, bro. I'm telling you. And then all you have to do, if you really want to lose weight, is you just stay in a caloric deficit. That's it. And that means you have to eat more to be in a caloric deficit than you would eat less. So instead of eating 3 big meals, you need to snack 5 times a day, and you need to make sure you're getting protein, and you just need to stay active.
That's another thing I've noticed is like I'm constantly fucking hungry because I'm not really getting in a lot of carbs. So I'm like eating like I just like anything with like protein or like some fats in it, and like that's it. And like there's not really any carbs. Like I have like a pita bread for like my sandwich bread for lunch. That's like really the only carbs I'm doing.
Yeah, you take that pita bread and then hit it with a spread. You know what I mean? So it's got a little bit more substance than just pita bread. Or
I use it like as my
peanut butter
sandwich.
on it. Yeah. So
I put like mustard and then like ham and like lettuce and spinach, like a green mix, and then cheese.
Oh, another thing that you got to do, right, is you have to stay away from processed foods, because processed foods are super heavy, super saturated in salt, and salt retains water. And if you're eating bad fats with bad salt and bad water, and you're putting that shit in your body, you're gonna get fat in all the places you don't want it. Like you're gonna get the arm. That's where you get like shit like arm fat, back fat, neck fat. I mean, it really depends on like where you have estrogen, because your body's gonna collect fat wherever you have the most estrogen stored at. But a lot of that estrogen is stored in like your arms, your
Just
neck,
from having
your
some
back.
salt?
Yeah, like let's say like fucking pizza rolls, frozen pizzas.
No, yeah, I'm not eating that.
processed- You know what I mean? Like processed foods like that.
What's
like,
yeah? So explain that. What are like processed foods for the listeners? Even if that sounds like an easy answer, like just name some.
a processed food is anything. It's like anything that's like injected with something to keep it fresh longer. So if you see something in the store and it's like, oh yeah, this is good. Like these pizza rolls are good for 2 years. That shit is fucking embalmed with salt and shit to be frozen. Like it's just bad. Like
That's
McDonald's.
gross.
It's like a fucking McDonald's burger, man. Like a McDonald's burger. That shit never changes. You could have a McDonald's burger for like a year and a half, and it would look like the exact same burger because it's so processed. Everything about it is just, and then you're gonna put that in your stomach, right? It's not real. It's all plastic and salt and water and flavors, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah. No, I've definitely
I'm going to
been keeping
McDonald's
that out
after
of my-
this, son.
You know what I've been thinking about doing is like getting most of, if not all of my meats from the butcher. That way it's more fresh too.
It's cheaper.
No, it's not. It's definitely not cheaper.
No, you
It's
can get
definitely
like
not cheaper than
You
going
can
to
get
the
half a
local
cow,
grocery
man. You can get half a cow for 300.
Yeah, but I mean, like if I were to buy like cutlets of steak, right, from like ShopRite, that's like the grocery store by us in New Jersey. You've got like an Albertsons by you or something, right? So it's the same thing. If I were to get to cutlets from there, it'd be cheaper than getting cuts of steak at the butcher.
Unless you buy in bulk. You got to go buy like a freezer for $150. Then you got to go buy a cow. And then you
Get
got
a farm.
You got to get some farm and get some land, right? But you got to put that cow in the freezer. And if it's just for you, dude, that's like 6 months of food.
You know, that's what Jeremy Clarkson did from Top Gear. He bought a farm. Jimmy, maybe that's what we should do when you retire is you get a farm.
We'll just get the farm and work the
We'll
land.
live on the
man.
farm, and it'll be a small farm, and we'll make trades with it. We'll make money from the products we make from the animals, but then we just get the fresh shit ourselves.
Yeah,
It's a lot of work working a farm, though.
it's an investment, but farmers make bank, bro. Like back at home, farmers are millionaires. If you're a farmer, like when you're in the plains and like you look down and you're like, holy shit, look at all these crop patterns. Dude, that's millions and millions of dollars. Like people in Illinois grow corn, not even to eat, but they grow corn for like oil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Petroleum. Like they're like, yeah, you don't want to eat these corns, man. You can't just go to a cornfield back at home and eat the corn because it's not designed or made for that. It's like a resource of fuel. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, yeah. So do that. Do you have any other advice for people trying to get healthy out there, real quick?
Yeah. Eat a very colorful plate. Okay. If you want to lose weight, go into a caloric deficit. If you want to gain weight, eat a fuck ton of clean food. Fuck dirty bulking. It's not worth the energy. It's not worth the stress. And then pay for my OnlyFans because on my OnlyFans, I'm going to give out a workout plan that'll get you ripped in 6 hours, and it's only $399.
It'll get you ripped in 6 hours.
It's a magic plan, man. Magic plan. 6 hours
Yeah.
later, you're ripped,
Wow.
shedding
I'm
40
buying
pounds.
that. How much are you
I
selling
got
it
a
for?
guy. Okay, I got a weight loss guy. He is now successful because of my program that I put him on. Okay, it took him 2 hours to lose 75 pounds.
Oh, wow.
You subscribe to this program, I'm telling you, you and everybody that you fucking love, they're gonna love it. And then not only can you buy this program for $399.95, which just went up because it's on a podcast now to $599.95.
Oh, shit.
Not only can you go ahead and subscribe to this, but you could also resell it as your own program. There's no copyright fees to it. So now I just gave you a whole business, everybody. So get on my OnlyFans for $899.95. Go ahead and subscribe to that. Go ahead and find other clients who want to lose a lot of weight. I'm telling you right now, it's only $999.95.
All right. Well, yeah, I can't wait to buy that. But we're getting to that time, guys.
$10.95.95.
We're getting into that sad time, the podcast where we got to go around the computer screen here and we got to do our last minute plugs. We got to get the fuck out of here. We got shit to do. All right. So here's the plugs. All right. But we got some great things coming up for you guys, and we're going to talk about that. But first, Stephanie, my friend, you got any last minute plugs for listeners?
Yeah, happy St. Patty's Day again.
Yes.
And just fucking follow me on Instagram. You know, you love Steph, YULUVSTEPHH 2_. And then of course you have to follow me on my TikTok because, you know, it's just popping, you know, and it's Steffi STEPHYY 2_ and 0. And shout out to my mama for calling me a bad tipper and for grilling me this entire freaking episode. And shout out to my grandma because I love her. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to everybody and their mother. Shout out to my sister because she's going to college. You know, she's trying to be a registered nurse and whatever. And my mom just went like this. She just did gang gang. I cannot deal with her. And oh my gosh, shout out to my baby daddy because he just pulled some crazy ass strings for me. And I just want to say thank you to him because, bro, the lineup that we have, and we will discuss this later, but we have a fucking great ass lineup for guests, and I'm so fucking excited. And buy your motherfucking merch, all right? And that's it from the Puerto Rican Mamacita gang gang.
Hell yeah. Great last minute plugs, Stephanie. Thank you for that. And of course, Jimmy, my friend, you got any last minute plugs for listeners?
Yeah, you guys can follow me on Instagram at fit light skinned dude _caramel. Check that out. Like my most recent posts. I got a link in the description for that $12.95 program.
Wow.
You guys are looking to lose 50 pounds in 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then also check out my other one. It's more personal, at Slightly Special with 2 L's on the end. You guys already know the vibes, man. Check that shit out and go ahead and get you some merch on shopgreatmorning.com.
Hell yeah. Great last minute plugs, my friend. My last minute plugs are, of course, you can follow my personal now. That is Christian Merms on Instagram. You can follow Great Morning _ the podcast on Instagram. You can follow Great Morning _ the podcast on TikTok. You can follow these two great people. That is You Love Steph and Slightly Special with 2 L's at the end. You can follow Trip God Jimmy. That is TRYPGODJIMI on Instagram. Yeah. And then, of course, like they both said, go to shopgreatmorning.com and buy yourself some merchandise. Shopgreatmorning.com. Again, that is shopgreatmorning.com. If you go there, actually, a certain lineup of stuff, but he does release new things here and there. And recently, there's the new artwork, the season 4 artwork on a sweatshirt. You can get that. I just bought mine. It's coming in the mail soon. Can't wait to get it and wear it. It's going to look pretty cool. People are going to walk around like, what the fuck is that on your shirt? And you just say, it's smart. Smart. You want to hear more about it? Listen to this podcast, you know? That's all you got to say.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
But it looks pretty cool. What
color hoodie did you get?
I just got black for now. I might get another
one.
Different.
You know, you can get gray if you want.
I know. Yes, you can get it in a lot of different colors as well. That is true. But I just got black just simple, you know, easy. I think it looks cool with the black background. But anyway, go ahead. Go to shopgreatmorning.com and get your shit. All right. You know, I do want to make one announcement before we go. I think it's fair to announce this, that our first special this season will be on April 25th. And that will be, of course, Stephanie's 1-year anniversary spectacular.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do a special for her. We have our yearly anniversaries, which of course Stephanie's there for, but you know, that's mostly for like the old school. That's me, like Jimmy, Trip God Jimmy, you know, the people who have been there since like day one. You know, that's just a way of celebrating Great Morning as a whole. But we wanted a special way to celebrate Stephanie joining us because, of course, she joined us in kind of the beginning of season 3 and onwards and until now. So that's what the special is going to be about. We don't want to give you too much details about what's actually going to happen on the special. That'll come later. All right. But right now, just be on the lookout that will be coming out April 25th.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
I'm excited.
Hell yeah. So, you know, but that's it for the last minute plugs. And that was our episode. Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.